Hi, friends, and welcome back to Elevate with Erica. So, today I want to dive into a week that truly felt like a roller coaster for me. So, you know, those weeks, right, where life just takes you on a ride full of highs and lows and twists and turns, and it leaves you feeling kind of breathless and a little bit in awe of it all. That's exactly what this past week was for me, and I felt it on every level. So I want you to get ready and let's talk about the beauty of life's polarity, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. So last Friday was one of those days that summed up a year and a half long battle through something that was really tough in my life. For so long, January 10th, 2025 had been this looming date in my mind, a day I dreaded, a day I hoped would just magically disappear, and honestly, I just wanted to avoid. But life has a way of keeping us moving forward, doesn't it? Whether we're ready or not. And at the same time as this week, with this looming date approaching, something incredible happened that reminded me how beautifully unpredictable life can be. So, some of the leaders that I work with in the bioactive peptide space recommended me to lead a training for other leaders. Me. Me leading a training on team success strategies. You guys, I've been in network marketing for over 5 years now. I've seen a great deal of success. It's totally changed my life's direction. I have served over 1,000 customers, and I've never once been called on like this by top leaders in the business. So it was a pinch me moment for sure. I've led my own team through trainings, but to inspire other teams with the tips behind why my team is seeing success is something that I've never been asked to do. And truly, to be recognized like that felt surreal. The irony, though, is that this training was then scheduled for January 9th. No, I did not pick that day. They picked that day, one day before this huge emotional event that I've been dreading, right? January 10th, 2025. Yes, that looming date. So initially I thought this doesn't work for me. I can't do it. It was like that fight or flight mode, and I was taking flight, right? Far away from this amazing opportunity that was being handed to me. But then I paused and I realized this opportunity coming one day before this date, this year and a half long battle finale, so to speak, that you've been dreading, this isn't random. This is a gift, a chance to channel my energy and focus into something that's empowering instead of being consumed by fear and sadness. Because what else would I have done those 4 days leading up to that Friday, right? If not for this amazing opportunity to lead this training, I would have been wallowing. I would have been basically pausing my life. My mind would have been going in circles. I would have been stressing over things that I couldn't control, stressing over what I would say, stressing over questioning my choices that led up to this moment in the first place. I would have been basically harping on a bunch of things that I cannot change, and it would have totally consumed me. Now, I felt like I was holding on to two truths at once. Have you ever felt like life handed you two completely opposite experiences at the same time? So one hand is holding excitement and growth and opportunity, while the other hand holds sadness and fear or maybe loss. That's exactly what this week was like for me. And a lot of times people don't even get to see that hand, right? That's holding that sadness and that loss, because we keep that other hand, the smile on our face, we keep that front and center, right? And we tuck the other one kind of behind our back, not necessarily because we want to pretend that everything is okay. In my case, it was actually to protect my kids, to protect my privacy, to protect something that deeply affected my family. So, on one side, I have this incredible opportunity to step into my power, to lead, and to share strategies that have helped my team thrive in these past few months. It required the strongest, most confident version of me. And on the other side, I had to face the end of a challenging chapter, a chapter that spanned 10 years if I really wanted to get technical. And it demanded that I show myself grace and let go of what I couldn't control. It was really humbling. It was bittersweet. It was a reminder that life isn't just one thing at a time, that we're capable of holding so many emotions and experiences at once. And that's what makes life so rich, right? And after this reframe of what I was being called to face that week, I thanked God for giving me these two different life experiences at once, right? So I went from, oh, how God could you let this amazing thing be presented to me a day before I have to face this crazy hard challenge in my life? I went from that to, okay, thank you, God. Thank you for this challenge. Thank you for letting me experience these two different things at one time because challenges make life rich too. Challenges teach us. Even though this past year and a half isn't a period that I would wish on anyone, I can't deny what it taught me. I can't deny the lessons learned and the growth I experienced. Like, I come out of that situation a better mother, a stronger woman, a more confident speaker, a more authoritative speaker, like someone who isn't afraid to speak up. Finally, I have that battle to thank for that. I think it's important for us to reflect back even on the painful experiences in our lives because even they hold things to be grateful for. I have talked here before about how I could see 2023 just for the pain that it brought me. I could see 2024 just for this challenge that I faced. And I could go into 2025 and just want to dust my hands of it all and pretend it never happened and just be like, thank God it's a new year, new me, right? Quickly rushing to the next experience or whatever this year holds. But if I don't take a moment to reflect back, then I'll miss the lessons. And when we miss the lessons, we're likely to repeat the same patterns, the same mistakes, and have those same painful experiences all over again or in some similar fashion, right? So after that event on January 10th, after I wrapped up that long battle, I needed an outlet. I was shaking with so much emotion within my body at one time. Sadness, anger, fear, joy, relief, all of those things, all of those feelings and more at one time. You know that feeling like, I don't know if I want to scream or cry? That was it. And I've talked about this before, but movement has always been my therapy. So people ask me all the time how I stay so consistent in my fitness journey, and it's because I'm not here for abs. I'm here for therapy. So this is how I show up as the human I want to be. The abs are just a byproduct. I'm here for the release. So I jumped into a strength class at the studio where I also teach, and I let the music and the sweat and the community help me process everything that was coming out, everything I was feeling. And I'm pretty sure that a few people around me may have thought that I was nuts because I was like leaving everything in that room. I gave my all, like my life depended on that workout, and it worked, and it was amazing. So as I walked out of class, something beautiful happened. Another loop in the roller coaster of that week, so to speak. So I saw that a training call was kicking off with my bioactive peptides team. And I jumped on the Zoom. And as soon as I joined, one of the top leaders of the business, and one of the top leaders in that business was praising the training that I had done the day before. Talk about another pinch me moment. This top leader praising my training, right? Someone who I always looked to for her trainings. Another pinch me moment, two in 1 week. Being asked to lead the training and then being recognized for it. In the span of a few hours, I'd gone from the depths of sadness to the heights of joy. And this whole experience of that week reminded me of something so powerful that life is a roller coaster. And that's what makes it so damn beautiful. The lows teach us resilience. We learn we aren't going to die, right? We're just going to learn and grow. And the highs remind us of what's possible. And it's all a part of the journey. So, what I really want you to take from this is that if you're going through a challenging season, I want you to remember this, that it won't last forever. Seasons change, darkness fades, and light finds its way back. Even in the hardest times, there are glimpses of beauty, joy, and hope if you're willing to look for them. For me, that light during what felt like was just going to be this dark week was the gift of preparing for that January 9th training that I was given the opportunity to lead. And it gave me something to look forward to, something to pour my energy to. But I had to be willing to let that light in, right? Because I could have easily used January 10th as my excuse to not do that. But I had to be open to letting that light in. And it reminded me that even in the midst of difficulty, we're capable of incredible things. And we can hold joy and sadness at the same time. We're allowed to do that. We can give ourselves permission to do that. We can keep ourselves open, even in the darkest seasons, to joy, because it will come knocking. I'm glad I didn't take the easy way out of using what I had coming up on the 10th to miss the beauty of what happened on the 9th. So, as we wrap up today, I want to leave you with a few takeaways. One, I want you to embrace life's polarity. The highs and the lows are what make life rich and meaningful. Don't shy away from the hard times. Don't shy away from the good times when you're in the hard times. And don't forget to stop and celebrate the good too. Focus on what you can control. When life feels overwhelming, find something positive to channel your energy into because it can be as simple as a workout or a creative project or helping someone else. But I want you to embrace the feels. It's important to not push them down. You can use them to drive you and to drive and inspire other people. Three, I want you to trust the timing because sometimes opportunities show up at what feels like the wrong moment, but these moments are often exactly what we need. So I want you to trust that life is working for you, not against you. Trust that God or whatever higher power that you believe in doesn't make mistakes and that there's a reason that opportunity is showing up for you when it is. Lean in. You're going to find out just how strong you are, just how capable you are. And lastly, seek connection, whether it's through movement, like the group class that I joined on a whim, or a conversation, or just showing up for something new. Connection is a powerful way to process heavy emotions and move forward. If you have a person in your life that you feel comfortable with for heavy conversations of release like this, what a gift you have there. Not everyone has that. But if you ever need someone to talk to, you guys know how to find me. I'm on social media under Miss_Erica_Renee, or you can email me at erica@missericaren.com anytime. Thank you guys for riding this roller coaster of life with me today, friend. If this episode resonated with you, then I'd love to hear your thoughts. So there's a text feature if you're listening on a podcast platform, or you can message me anytime on social. Share this episode with someone who might need this reminder. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And leave a rating and review. It is so appreciated. Until next time, remember that the roller coaster of life is what makes it beautiful. So embrace the highs, hold space for the lows, and know that you're never riding alone. Keep elevating. Until next episode, friends.